Has this ever happened to you? You're trying to connect a device to Ethernet, but you just don't have a port. You don't have a way to run a cable throughout your house. You don't know what to do. Similar to my situation where I started this new job. They sent me a new laptop, a docking station, a phone, and the phone doesn't have a Wi-Fi module, and it has to have Ethernet, but I don't have Ethernet upstairs, and I'm not a frickin' construction worker, man. I'm not gonna take a jackhammer to my drywall and try to run a cable all the way up there in an old house that uses lath and plaster to begin with. I'm not a construction worker. I'm not a professional electrician. I'm not gonna do it. So what options do we have? Let's talk about that. So the options that we have when it comes to running Ethernet to a location other than where your router or switch are located are a couple options. We have Mocha adapters and we have Powerline adapters. And if you happen to be so lucky enough to have a mesh Wi-Fi system like the Netgear MR60 like this, this guy right here actually has Ethernet port on the back, right? So the router plugs into the modem and then the satellites go anywhere else in your house. Those satellites have an Ethernet port on the back that actually transfer an Ethernet signal. So you can use something like this and run an Ethernet cord from that to another switch or to the device that you need to. I didn't mention this in the Unraid video, I don't think so, but setting up your Unraid video, Unraid requires a hardline. So because I have this system, I had to use an Ethernet cord out of the back of one of these satellites to the Unraid server so I could be able to get Ethernet to it. But what did I do for the phone? So when it comes to the phone, if you have coaxial cables running all over your house and every room has a coaxial jack in it, you can run a Mocha adapter, which is basically the same thing as a Powerline adapter. Powerline adapter is the choice that I ended up going with. I ended up going up with this guy right here, the Netgear Powerline Adapter Kit, the 1 gig kit right here. They advertise up to gigabit speeds. I doubt you will get that. I will show some B-roll footage of the speeds that I am getting on my device that this is plugged into currently. But the light on it is constantly amber, which means that it is a good signal, but it's not a great signal. Now that is probably because due to black magic, basically this thing is beaming a Ethernet signal through your electrical into the receiver. So one of these, and here's some B-roll as well, will be plugged in to an outlet near your router or near your switch. You will run a hardline cable from your switch or router to this thing, and then the other one, the receiver, will be placed somewhere else in your house. In my case, mine is up there, about 100 feet that way, but upstairs through lath and plaster. Not gonna take a jackhammer to the floor and try to figure that shit out. So I have this plugged in up in my office upstairs, and then I have a hardline cable coming out of that into my phone. And what happened? Phone turned on. It worked. Is it gonna be amazing? Probably not, but if you need a solution to have an Ethernet in a room of your house, this is a solution, along with the mesh Wi-Fi system. If you have one of these, you can run a cord out of that and into a switch as well, or you can go with a Mocha adapter as well. But I didn't want to speak on Mocha adapters because I've never used one. I have used these. This is what I currently use in my setup. This is how I work from home 100% of the time. I do not have an office that I go to. I work from home, and hence my phone always needs to be connected to the internet, and this is how I'm doing it with a Powerline adapter. And right now, it is 41% off. I bought mine at Best Buy for 90 bucks, but it looks like right now it's 41%. I will leave a link in the description down below that links back to me. So if you purchase one through that link, you get it at the good price. It also kicks back to the channel and helps me out a little bit. Are these the end-all be-all solutions? No. When we move into our next house, I am going to make sure that I have Ethernet cable run through the wall in one way or the other. Whether that be I have to tie it through another cable in the wall like a coaxial cable and pull it down to the basement, it is what it is at that point, but it's going to happen. Keep in mind that the signal will be degraded as it's traveling through. It is traveling through your electrical, so everything turned on and in use that's using your power is also going to be sending signals up and down those lines. Hence, things are going to get a little muddy. Probably why my light is always amber, why it's always a decently good signal, but it's never excellent. We have a lot of shit plugged in to the house. So yeah, if you need a Ethernet cord in a room that doesn't have an Ethernet port, this is a solid option. Again, it's not going to be the best option. It's not even like a great option, but it is an option and it does work. It works good. It works decent. I'm not going to say it works good, but it works decent. It works decent enough. And I would have had some B-roll footage showing the speeds that I'm currently getting on my work laptop up there. And my phone is never disconnected. My laptop is never disconnected from the hub. So for me, it was a solid purchase. And if it's something that you need, I would highly recommend it as well. It's great stuff. I can't speak on protocols and how this works exactly, other than the fact that it Avada Kedavras itself up your electrical and into the other receiver, and it just works. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the video. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.